Have you ever noticed how your dog tilts their head when you talk like they actually understand every word? Most owners think their dogs just react to the sound of their voice, but that's not quite the whole story. In this video, we'll explore what your dog really thinks when you speak to them. Understanding this hidden side of their mind can make your bond stronger, and your dog trust you even more. But before we begin, please like and subscribe for more mind-blowing dog insights. Now let's start with the very first question about this topic. Number 1. What your dog actually hears. Have you ever wondered what your dog really hears when you talk to them? Spoiler, it's not your words. Dogs don't listen the way we do. They don't hear, "You're such a good boy," and break it down into vocabulary. What they pick up is your rhythm tone and energy, the feeling behind your voice. To them, your voice is like music. They feel the melody, not the lyrics. Science even backs this up. Dogs use the left side of their brain for words and the right for tone, just like humans, but they lean heavily on the emotional side. So when you sound loving, their brain lights up with joy. When you sound flat, the message gets lost. Think of your voice as a mood remote. You control how your dog feels with every syllable, whether you mean to or not. Number 2. Why dogs seem to know certain words. Ever say walk or treat, and suddenly your dog acts like they've won the lottery? It's not magic, it's memory. Dogs don't understand language. They link sounds to experiences. That word walk means the jingle of the leash, the smell of grass, the feeling of excitement. Every word you repeat often carries an emotional fingerprint. Your tone, your timing, your mood. Over time, these sounds become little emotional snapshots. Home isn't just a word, it's the comfort of your scent and the sound of your footsteps. The fascinating part. Your dog doesn't just memorize, they feel the word. You're not teaching vocabulary, you're building a language of love that only the two of you share. Number 3. The hidden language of dogs. Talking to your dog is like tuning into a radio station where words are static and emotion is the signal. Dogs speak the ancient language of tone, posture, and energy. The stuff that kept their wolf ancestors alive. When you speak, your dog watches everything: your shoulders, your breathing, even your blink speed. They read your whole body before they trust your words. This is why you can say "good boy" with a tense face, and they'll still hesitate. They're emotional detectives, wired to catch what you feel, not what you say. The steadier your energy, the safer they feel. It's that simple. In your dog's world, your calm voice isn't just nice. It's their version of a clear sky after a storm. Number 4. How dogs sense. What you don't say. Here's a wild fact. Your dog can smell your stress. Literally. When you're anxious, your body releases cortisol, and your dog's nose can detect it from your breath and sweat. That's how they know you're upset before you say a word. They also pick up tiny shifts, your slumped shoulders, slower steps, or a sigh too long. To them, it's like your emotions leak into the air. And what do? They quietly step in, sitting near, leaning close, or just watching you. They don't need to fix it. Their presence is the fix. That's why being with your dog can calm you faster than any deep breathing app. They're reading you like a living mood ring. Number 5. When dogs talk back without words. Ever had your dog rest their head on your leg after a rough day and somehow it felt like they knew? That's not coincidence, it's communication. Dogs talk back through actions, not sounds. A gentle paw on your arm or a long gaze releases oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds parents to babies. It's their way of saying, "I see you. I'm here." These gestures aren't random. They're love notes written in silence. The more time you spend together, the more fluent they get in expressing it. And honestly, once you start noticing these quiet replies, you'll realize your dog's been talking to you all along, just in a language we humans forgot how to hear. Number 6. The secret body language of dogs. Your dog's body is a living diary, and it's always talking even when they're silent. Every flick of an ear, every tail twitch, every sigh means something. You might think they're just stretching or adjusting, but those small moves are emotional messages. A slow blink means trust. A deep exhale near you says, "I can finally relax." Even how close they sit tells you how safe they feel. When your breathing slows, they often match it, sinking to your calm like an emotional mirror. The truth is, your dog's body speaks louder than their bark ever could. Once you learn to read that silent language, you'll realize you've been having deep conversations all along. Number 7, when you start listening hack. Here's a thought that might sting a little. Most people never actually listen to their dogs. We talk command praise and scold, but rarely pause to hear what they're saying back. When you finally start paying attention to their cues, that tiny head tilt, that soft sigh, everything changes. Science calls it attunement, and it's real emotional syncing. When you mirror their calm, speak softly, or breathe slower, beside them you're speaking fluent dog. They feel seen, safe, and understood. That's when your bond stops being one-sided and becomes something truly alive. You don't just own a dog, you're in a conversation that goes deeper than words. Number 8, the way dogs store your emotions. Every moment with your dog leaves a trace not in their mind, but in their heart. They don't remember the details like we do, but they store the feeling of each memory. Your laughter in the kitchen, your tone when you say their name, even the way you walk. It all becomes part of their emotional map. Scientists call it associative memory, but to your dog, it's love made permanent. That's why the jingle of your keys or the sound of your shoes can send them racing with joy. They aren't just reacting. They're remembering how you've always made them feel. In a way, you live rent-free inside your dog's heart, one emotion at a time. Number 9, the kind of loyalty that never fades. Your dog's loyalty isn't just devotion, it's emotional gravity. You're the center of their world, and every moment together pulls them closer. Dogs remember kindness, like we remember favorite songs. It stays even after the moment ends. Studies show they recall who treated them fairly and who didn't. Their loyalty is earned, not automatic. Over time, their world reshapes around you, your smell, your routines, your energy. That's why losing an owner feels like losing their ground. Even when you're gone, they still wait, still listen for echoes of your voice. It's not sadness, it's memory in motion, a love too deep to fade. Number 10, dogs, the keepers of our story. Every dog carries a piece of their human inside them, your habits, your laughter, your quiet moods. They don't just walk beside you, they hold your story like a living memory. Science even shows they recognize old faces and voices tied to emotion. That's why they wait by the door long after you've left or rest in your chair, as if keeping your warmth alive. They are in every sense guardians of our legacy. And maybe that's the most beautiful part. We spend years trying to teach them words, but all along they were memorizing our hearts. In the end, your dog doesn't just remember you, they carry you. Now you know exactly how your dog listens, feels, and speaks without words, the secret to real connection. But knowing how they understand you is only half the story. So, watch our next video to learn 12 simple ways to tell your dog you truly love them in a language they actually understand. Miss it, and you might keep showing love in ways your dog doesn't even recognize.